Hey folks, I'm back. The Bronco sprung a coolant leak the other day, so I thought I would show you guys how to use a pressure tester to diagnose the problem. Going down the road and I smelled coolant, so I pulled over, popped the hood, and I saw coolant leaking from around the thermostat housing. With the fan spinning and the belt moving and whatnot, it's kind of hard to get your hand down in there to figure out exactly where the coolant's coming from. So got this little pressure tester here, borrowed from my neighbor. I'm pretty sure you can rent these at auto parts stores. I've never tried because my neighbor has one, so I use his. Basically what you do, you've got a kit here. You have different adapters for different radiator caps and styles and whatnot. The one I need is already connected, so I'm going to use it. Make sure your engine's cool. Pop off your radiator cap. Screw on your adapter. And then you want to pump up the system, the pressure in the system, to no more than the cap pressure. This cap's rated at 13 pounds, so I'm going to pump this guy up to the blue mark right here, which is 13-14. There we go. It didn't have a good seal, so now it's got a good seal, so I don't hear any air leaking. So I'm going to keep pumping to where that's right on the edge of the blue. The blue is 13-14 psi, so I'm right on the edge. I might give it a little nudge. So then we're going to look down in the engine compartment, and we're going to find the leak. So I know kind of where it's coming from. So you can see it dripping right there. It's kind of pulling on top of the timing cover, and it's dripping from that thermostat housing. So now I know right where it's coming from, and I know that it's actively leaking because the pressure from the tester is putting pressure on the system and therefore pushing it out of the hole. So now I'm going to stick my hand down in there and I'm going to figure out if it's the hose or the thermostat housing. If I'm lucky, it's just the hose and I can clamp it up. I can tighten the clamp. So I'm just touching at where the rubber meets the housing, and you can see it's wet. So that's telling me that this clamp probably needs to be tightened. So I'm going to take an 8mm, and I'm going to tighten it a little bit. And let's see if the drip stopped. So I don't see it dripping anymore. I'm going to check my gauge. And it dropped a little bit. It's now just below, so I'm going to pump it up just a hair to get back into the normal range. So there we go. And checking for leaks again. And I don't see anything dripping. So I'm gonna say that solved the problem. So I'm gonna get a napkin down in there, clean out that coolant, and then I'm going to keep an eye on it and see if it stops. So that's in a nutshell how you use a pressure tester. This is a really fancy one from Cornwell. It's actually probably kind of expensive. I don't know. I don't own any Cornwell stuff. So I hope this video helped you out. If it did, go ahead and comment, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe. Thanks a lot.